Cameron Stewart of Locked On Baylor. This is great. Spencer McLaughlin, our friend, he hosts a show, Locked On College Football. Put together his Big 12 ranking. And I don't even know what to do.
Pretty much.
I don't even know what to do.
Yeah.
Texas Tech at 1, which is not the craziest thing in the world. You know what? That's one of the things I'm like, you know what? Fine. Arizona State at 2. I again, it's the Big 12. We don't do repeat things. We don't.
It's like that. It's like the Donnie Darko or the Babadook meme where it's like, why can't you just be normal? We can't do that here.
Other big notes before we go through the whole thing: BYU at 10, Kansas at 9, UCF at 16. You know what? Fine.
I don't have a great feel for the bottom 5. Spencer McLaughlin said.
Houston sitting at 8. I agree with. Big Willie Fritz, fan of the program. Shook
Big
my hand
Willie
at Big
Fritz.
Media Days.
Big Willie. Big Willie fan. Yeah. Big Willie style.
This is a terrible side note.
Let's go.
Banana Ball, the party animals, our catcher, Andy Cosgrove, is a former member of Love Island Australia, the dating show Love Island.
Of course.
And one of the games they do, I haven't really watched the show. One of the games, they do games, right? And they kick people off and whatever. And one night it was this like dress up and sensually strip game. And he created a name for himself because they gave him a military uniform. He was G.I. Johnson.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's this incredible G.I. Johnson clip of him on Love Island Australia. The guys play in the locker room a lot, and they refer to him as G.I. Johnson. Big Willie Fritz at 8 in the Big 12. In the Big 12 college football, Locked On College Football rankings. Texas Tech 1, Arizona State 2, Kansas State 3, Iowa State 4, Baylor 5. Any of those 5 actually could win the league. That's not the worst top 5. There are pieces of this I think are very stupid. That's not a piece of it, really.
Yeah, I could take any of those 5. Good money.
Baylor as well. Baylor.
I wouldn't have Baylor 5th, but I would take any of those 5.
Where do you have? I don't think I've asked you this. Where would you have Baylor?
1.
You really think so?
Yeah. I'm also one of those guys I complained about the other day. I'm also not putting Arizona State number 1. But
the last time I picked Baylor number 1, I found my ass in Fort Worth, Texas on like December 6th. And it's -8 degrees, the wind chill of -32. Like you spit and it freezes.
Yeah, that's bad.
And Blake Shapen of the Baylor Bears got their butt handed to them by Air Force. And they finished 6 and 7.
And I want that again. I'm a sick man.
Preseason had an 11-1. They went 6 and 3. Started 6 and 3.
I mostly just pick what I want the Big 12 championship to be.
Mm-hmm.
And what I want it to be is the butt ball.
Baylor, Texas Tech, right? Yeah.
Yeah. What I think it will be is Baylor and Arizona State. But I'll probably get neither of those right. Like
you too, Arizona. We don't. You know the Big
like
12, dog.
Too,
we don't do the. We don't repeat.
I know.
We're bad at that.
I like making these predictions after like week 3.
I had Baylor.
I know it's a cop out, but
winning the Big 12 that season, they finished 6 and 7. I mean, my predictions are never even remotely close to correct.
Well, that wasn't even the worst prediction you had that season.
Nope. TCU 1-11. TCU 1-11. And then I can tell you where I was January 1st or January 8th of 2023. And that was in not LA. SoFi is in like Brentwood or something. That's the name of it. Yeah. I watched TCU play in a national championship after projecting them 1-11. Yeah, they played something like that. They were there. They were present. Baylor at one point in time, and we'll get back to this. Baylor at one point in time went 3-13 in a stretch of 16 games under Dave Aranda. But I was the bad guy for saying fire the coach. I was the
people saying that to me, and I'm like, because I said like he should be fired at the end of 23 when they were 3-9, and I was just like, I'm not backing off of that. I think he should have been fired then. It's going really well right now, and he's delivering on the things he said he would deliver on, so I'm happy. But hindsight is 2020, man. I'm not backing off of that. Like I absolutely thought he should have been fired. I couldn't believe they hung on to him.
My apologies to Scotty B, who I love and miss, by the way. My apologies to Scotty B for a lot of things. But in this, I think, hopefully we can all get behind the idea that Dave Aranda should be a coach at Baylor. Yes. Yeah. But if you have the Matt Rule type, who had a Joey McGuire behind him, or a Phil Snow, who was really the mastermind in a lot of people's eyes to that defense behind them, that's what Dave Aranda feels like to me, is the second in command who does the X's and O's and doesn't have to lead the whole thing. Because he's not good with the media. By and large, he's not great with kids. They're not like, oh man, can't wait to hang out with Uncle Dave.
Recruits like him.
Somehow.
They're not like doing the whole photo bit where they've got the camera going all the way around. Like they're not doing the Brian Kelly BS.
But he's got a great staff built around it. I think he finally got the staff. Like Jake Spavital has turned out to be a really good hire. Obviously, you dip into Oregon and find your defensive coordinator and bring him back to Baylor, and then Dallas Baker, coach of the wide receiver. He's got a good staff built around him. He's just kind of a board, man. And there's two ways around that. If Eli Drinkwitz walks into, or Lane Kiffin or Deion Sanders, and then Dave Aranda comes in, hi, good to meet you. Appreciate the question.
If that group walks in and you had to lie to these people and say one of these is not a football coach, like there's one guy you're picking.
And no disrespect, because you're like, that guy's a doctor. He's a really good.
Yes, right.
He's a precise doctor. That's enough about our alma maters. Baylor's at 5, Utah at 6. That's 4 spots above BYU. What is it with preseason Big 12 lists and all of them having Utah above BYU? Why? That's a popular pick this year.
It's really bizarre, especially taking into account that if you're picking Utah up pretty high, you're not really caring that much about the quarterback. I know there are some people that like Devin Dampier a lot. We've said it ad nauseum. I'm not a huge fan, but like it's unequivocal that you're picking Utah to be up there because they were so good defensively last year, even though they were a 5-7 team, and yet you're not doing the same thing for BYU. Like you're saying, oh, they don't have the quarterback, they're done. But you're doing the same thing with Utah and putting them above BYU every time. I don't understand it.
I don't either. And I do think like Joel Klatt, I believe it was, at Big 12 Media Days was like, oh, I've seen Devin Dampier and the welcome to a new era. Somebody at Big 12. I was like, I don't know, man. And if DeQuan Finn didn't exist, Devin Dampier in my mind would be so much better. But the problem is DeQuan Finn exists.
We would have had the blinders on. We'd have had the shades on and been like Devin Dampier, new era, baby.
Yep, but I can't.
And I don't know. I don't exactly know what it is that got Devin Dampier so much more hype than DeQuan Finn. But they come from, similar backgrounds in terms of where they were playing before, similar stats. In fact, DeQuan Finn was better.
DeQuan Finn's resume is better.
And he wasn't playing for Bronco Mendenhall, though. So,
yeah. God, true. Then there's TCU's at 7, Houston 8. I like that one. Kansas at 9, BYU at 10. 10, man. 10. They got a lot of dudes coming back. A lot of good wide receivers too. No matter who plays quarterback, got a lot of dudes. Offensive, defensive line. The defense is great. They might now look. Houston had a great defense last year.
Mm-hmm.
Like above good, a great defense. They just couldn't score a damn point. I don't think that'll be BYU. LJ Martin, Chase Roberts, they have talented pieces. But if they don't have somebody play quarterback, if they don't have somebody step up, I could see it. I hate to say that, but I mean, if you have an Isaac Wilson situation with Utah last year, where the guy you put in there just really sucks, like really just bad, that would be detrimental for sure.
Sure. This is where we've almost talked ourselves into it too much with a couple of teams. I would say Houston's one of them. I think I'm getting in dangerous territory with how I'm feeling about Houston. There's no way on God's green earth I would put them ahead of BYU in the preseason poll. Like there's just no way.
You can't. But as good as their defense was last year, and now they kind of have a quarterback.
But I mean, with the defense thing, I would say the same thing about BYU. Like they won 11 games last year.
BYU's above Houston. But Houston, hear me out. And I just woke up one day and was like, wait a second. What if Houston good? And now my brain can't stop. Every day I add a win.
That's the thing. I did this with TCU a few weeks ago, and to the point where I'm thinking, is TCU got a shot at Arlington? And they do in that they're a top half team in the Big 12, so everyone does. But not really. They're not better than 5 or 6 teams in the the teams that are ahead of them. I should say they're not better than 8 or 9 teams in this conference. And Houston's not better than half the conference. They're not.
Unless.
What if?
And I think about Willie Fritz. I think about him hobbling over to me.
Think about Big Willie. Big Willie, stop.
Goodness, good to meet you. Willie. Me shaking his hand, being like, all right, cool. Thanks, man. It's the beauty of Big 12 Media Days. 96% of people in that room just stick up their ass. As far as you, Vlad the Impaler level. It's going all the way through. It's like, can we all calm down for a second?
It's not that deep, man.
If you run into Rich Rodriguez on the street and you're like, Rich Rod, hey, great to meet you. Best of luck this season. That's a cool happenstance.
Yeah.
We have corralled these people into a room together. It's not cool that Avery Johnson's right there because he is being asked to.
Right.
He has to.
Yes. And you have to apply to be there.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is not like a wow. And by the way, almost everyone gets accepted to Big 12 Media Days, which I do think is cool. I think it's very cool. There are kids that have they're in high school. They write about the Big 12 every week. I think they deserve a shot to go there and see it. I like that part of it. And I enjoy that I got to be there, which is shocking to me. That's Cameron Stewart, Locked On Baylor. This has been It Always Will Be. Locked On. Thanks for making it your first listen every single day. A crossover with Baylor. Until say grande.